Today, O Mu'mineen, do not fear them, but fear me. Today, Al-Yawm, I have perfected your deen for you. Subhanallah. Deen, Islam is not religion as people translate. Religion is, as understood in the West, is collection of rituals, worships, throwing the water and like this, putting wafer in the mouth, and wearing beautiful frocks and putting big caps on the head, walking, sitting in a palanquin carried by many people, going to all these things and saying things which nobody understands, all things are religion. Islam is deen. Word is deen. Allah used word deen. Today I have perfected your deen. Deen means the way. You understand? The doctrine. The total social, moral, economical, political system, divinely inspired, divinely introduced through revelations and messenger. He started this process of completing Deen al-Islam from Adam and perfected on that day of, where Rasulullah at the Hajjatul Wida on Friday, at Arfa. This came down after Jummah. When this ayah, only this ayah in Surah Al-Maidah is Meccan. When this ayah was sent down, Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum deenukum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa radaytu lakum al-Islam deena. Hazrat Umar started weeping. Weeping. Rasulullah said, Ma yubkika Umar? Umar, why you are weeping? He said, with this very thought made me weep. That as long as we were progressing in our deen, things were going on. But once a thing is complete, then, things stop. Meaning thereby, he said that once deen is complete, then of course you will be called back. That's what it is. There's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He giving concession after concession, making Deen al-Islam very easy. People in the past had struggled very hard, They had to do ibadah and zikr for 80 years to, gain some grade in spirituality. Then the hollow would appear over their head. But here, Allah Ta'ala has made something, because whereas He declared that dead meat and the thing haram, but He is very much aware of the people's problem. Sometimes they're traveling and they are caught, there's nothing to eat for them. There's nothing to quench their thirst. What to do then? Allah is Rahim and Kareem, most merciful, and He said, this is ayah number 3, And if anyone is compelled by hunger, if anyone is compelled by hunger, thirst, then with no intention of transgression or for player, no? Then Allah indeed most forgiving and merciful. Meaning thereby that thing which we declared haram, but if during crisis somewhere you cannot survive, you have no way except to eat dead meat, then you may use as much as is necessary or drink just to save your life. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Allah Ta'ala is very kind and merciful. So this is, you have only reached. Then people asked Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, tell us what is halal for us. Number 4, Ya Rasulullah, they ask you what is halal. Lawful mean for them. Say halal for you is all things which are pure and clean. Pure and clean. You know the buzzard is not clean. Chicken and duck are clean. An animal which you have taught, hunting an animal, you train them in what Allah has taught you, eat what they catch for you, and pronounce the name of Allah over them. Allah is swift in accountability. This is again very interesting and very comforting. You have heard the Qari Sahib before. يَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا أُحِلَّ لَهُمْ قُلْ أُحِلَّ لَكُمُ الطَّيِّبَاتُ وَمَا عَلَّمْتُم مِّنَ الْجَوَارِحِ. It is the end of ayah. Ya Rasulullah, they ask you what is halal for them. Is every pure, clean and tayyib. Tayyib is more than clean and pak, is for halal. Even if you have trained your dog the way Allah has taught you to train them. If they go and hunt bird, you can eat them. They say, they are test even for the dog. When you tell the dog, you release, the dog runs after the prey and hold it for you and doesn't eat it. And then you come, tell him, comes back and bring it to you. Or he's sitting there. This was, people used to hunt with dogs, with falcons, with leopards in those days, and still they do it. We're discussing the most important aspect of Al-Maidah. We just see that in the very beginning. We have discussed its importance, in fulfilling one's commitment, but the most important thing is, I'll repeat again, I have already explained, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la tuhillu sha'air Allah. This is very important to observe. Sha'air Allah, I'll explain all the holy signs of Allah. The holy, not signs, the monuments, the relics of Allah, which had been dedicated to Allah, all has to be honored and given due respect. Again I repeat, the small rocks at Makkatul Mukarramah, Safa and Marwa, were not at all holy or Allah's, holy sign until it was touched by the feet of the wife of a messenger of Allah, Sayyidah Hajra, Zawja of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So, therefore, I say, don't lose this thing out of your mind that Holy Quran is the most holy of the holy. Sign, living, miraculous sign of Allah. In this light of holy injunctions, don't you think we should give it a due respect and honor which it deserves? Whereas a holy companion would put it against the chest and say, Haza Kalamullah, Haza Kalamullah. What's happening in Saudi Arabia? What's happening in this Islamabad, all these who eat money from the Saudis and they throw Holy Quran, the group of the so-called pseudo, that Hashmi woman, they throw Holy Quran on the ground. So what is this? It is kufr. Absolute blatant, disobedience to command of Allah. Wala tuhillu. Don't profane. Don't insult holy relics, holy signs of Allah. Holy last messenger himself. You have to honor him. Here in Saudi Arabia or even in Pakistan, if they have been taught, if you do not know name of anybody, just shout Rasulullah's personal name. Or so and so. No, his personal name. And nobody want his personal, her personal name be. Nobody want, we call the king Abdullah. Oh, Abdullah, ta'ali. Huh? No, they don't. They will mind it. If you shout, name of the Prince Faisal. Oh, Faisal, come here. They will mind it. They will put you in the jail. But somebody you do not know, say, oh, so and so, mention Rasulullah's name. That is a sin. Allah himself says that you have to honor, show greatest honor and respect to the messengers. And when they talk about the Holy Companion and our Sahabiyat, Aisha said this, Fatima said this, they will never say Sayyida Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. No, they won't. But if we mention their mother's name, their wife's name in the street, they will mind it. So what it comes to? Allah knows best, but these people are in fact, their deen, their religion is entirely against Holy Quran. Then we are told, again I repeat, we must cooperate with each other in helping, doing good things, virtuous and pious deeds. And we should never, ever become a party to or part of any other person's scheme or plan in which she is involved doing wrong things. So, next important thing which I want to add is when Allah says, Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum dinukum. Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum. I'm sorry, I have read. This text is quite all right. Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum. Today I have perfected, akmal. Kamal means perfection. Akmal, so I have perfected dinakum. Dinakum, your deen. And atmamtu alaykum ni'mati. And I perfected my favors upon you. وَرَضَيْتُ لَكُمْ kumil Islama Deena. And I had, preferred, liked your deen, name Islam. Why this is a thing which is ignored by majority of Muslims because they are afraid to say the truth. They're afraid to say haq because it will annoy, make other people angry. The time of Rasulullah, when he came, there were two deens present. Dina Musa, Dina Musawi, Dina Musa, and Dina Isa. They had their own books, their own traditions, own messengers came one after another in Bani Israel. So there were two deens. But Allah perfected Deen al-Islam. And then from that day, all the deens had been cancelled. There's no deen from that day onward, valid, abrogated, finished off. But I pity those, Muslims who say, I wrote a book on the plurality of the religions. There is no religion, no deen other than Islam. There is no question of plurality. So this is a fact which very few people, disclose. That after that day, no religion is acceptable by Allah other than Islam. Al-Yawma uhilla lakum at-tayyiba. Allah Ta'ala also says that today all tayyib things like pure, decent are made lawful for you. The food of the people of book, is lawful and yours is lawful for them. Halal for you in nikah are not only chaste women who are mu'minat, but also chaste women of the people of the books revealed before your time. When you pay them their due dower and you desire chastity to live with them in honor, not lewdness nor secret affairs. But if anyone rejects Iman, his deeds will be in vain, and in the hereafter he will be amongst the losers. Now, this is a legal point here. At that time, people of the book, they were Christian and the Jews, Bani Israel. They had their Torah and the Christian had their Bible. And they followed. And they were called people of the book. No, not only those books are changed, and those so-called Christians or Jews do not believe in those books. They believe in their own private religions, like devil worship. A person may call himself or herself Christian or anything, but they virtually do not follow the gospel. They do not follow Torah. Therefore, such people and those food is Jews used to do zbiha, mentioning Allah's name. They did at that time, and Christians also did zbiha. So you Muslim could eat from the Jew, and Jews could eat from Muslim, because on zbiha they refer. But now they don't do any zbiha. I'm told that there's a kosher, they do it. As far as is concerned, no Jew and Christian do zbiha, they're all cut. Am I right? Or with a hammer, they're struck on the head. So there you cannot eat their food. Things have changed. You have to, Same is about marrying. There are no more women who have followed Jesus and are married. And if those worship idols in any form, they are called idol worshippers, and idol worshippers, Allah and polytheists, Allah declared them impure. You can't touch them. And purpose of marrying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, is to raise children, not to have fun or just to satisfy one's sexual desire.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين وإن كنتم جنبا فاطهروا وإن كنتم مرضى أو على سفر أو جاء أحد منكم من الغائط أو لامستم النساء فلم تجدوا ماء فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا فامسحوا بوجوهكم وأيديكم منه ما يريد الله ليجعل عليكم من حرج ولكن يريد ليطهركم وليتم نعمته عليكم لعلكم تشكرون واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم وميثاقه الذي واثقكم به إذ قلتم سمعنا وأطعنا واتقوا الله إن الله عليم بذات الصدور يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا قوامين لله شهداء بالقسط ولا يجرمنكم شنآن قوم على ألا تعدلوا اعدلوا هو أقرب للتقوى واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون وعد الله الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات